Hello everyone, thank you for joining the session. This is Naveen from Future Tech. Today we are going to learn RPA UiPath types of workflow. So today we'll learn about what is the difference between sequence, flowchart, and state machine. Okay. So if you ask me what is this is the things. So try to understand if you're going to automate any type of programming language, if you're going to start the coding with any programming language like the Java, your Python, R programming, any programming language. Okay. So in one project, we are going to create the different sub-process, different program. The same thing if you come into RPA UiPath, here they have categorized in three things that is called sequence, flowchart, and state machine. Okay. So this is the type of workflow we can say. This is the type of your sub-process you can say, but they have given the name called sequence, flowchart, and state machine. Okay. So today we'll understand what is the type of workflow and what is the difference between all these things. Okay. So what we'll do here, you can see here we've already launched this UiPath, and here we'll create one folder. Okay, so today is your 29th of September. We'll go for add and we'll go for the folder. 29th of September. Okay, so we have created these things folder, we have already created. So inside the folder, okay, so here you can see we have created this folder. Inside the folder, we'll go for add. We'll go for sequence, flowchart, and state machine one by one. Okay. So try to understand. You can see the logo also, sequence, flowchart, and state machine. Okay. We'll start with sequence. What is sequence and how we can create the program in sequence. Okay. So right now I'm giving the same name, sequence. Okay. So first time, whenever you take it, it's come as a sequence. Second time you will take it will come as a sequence 1, sequence 2, sequence 3, and so on. Okay. So here we have created this sequence 1, and right now we'll get the your sequence flow diagram. Okay, so you can see here we have already launched this sequence. Okay, so the first thing, always start with the logo. Okay, so you can see here this is the logo of your sequence, and we are getting this arrow. Okay, so collapse and your expand. Okay, here if you ask me what is sequence, sequence is a type of workflow in RPA UiPath. Sequence is especially for creating your small type of process, especially for small type process. Means if you ask me, suppose that we are going to automate one simple notepad, so only one process, only one sub process we are able to create to sequence. Okay, so sequence is especially for the linear process. Linear process means line by line, and especially for small project for only one sub process. Okay, so you cannot go for the multiple sub process. If you're going for multiple sub process, then at a time it will work all the workflow. Okay, so especially sequence for small workflow. And if you ask me what is the limitation of sequence, so the first limitation I can show you the activity. Okay, so activity like that I can show you like that your flow decision. So flow decision, if you are going to take this in sequence, we cannot take this activity inside your sequence. If you're going for taking these things same like that flow switch, so the first limitation is we cannot take the both activity, flow decision and flow switch. Okay, the first thing. Second thing, limitation is in sequence, especially for small sub process. So only one sub process possible at time. If you're going to use the multiple sub process, so everything it will work one by one at in linear process. Okay, if you want to, if you don't want to, if you do not want to start the process, then every time you have to disable the activity whatever you're going to use. Okay, so that's why sequence is the limitation, like that we cannot we are not able to use all activity. The first thing. Second thing, we don't have like we don't have proper workflow, like that at a time one workflow will work proper. Okay, and third things, we have very small room. Small room means at a time, suppose if I am taking this type into at a time, if I am taking this right line, so whatever the activity I am taking right now, each and every activity it will work. But if you want to go for testing this activity, every time you have to disable this activity. Suppose that here we have taken this, suppose it kill process. Okay, I want to test this activity, so at a time we have to disable all activity, then you can go for the kill process. Okay, but the same thing if you go for your flow chart. Right now I will show you the flow chart. So in this part we'll go for this right click and go for add, and we'll go for the flow chart. Okay, so the same thing, if you come to my flow chart, in flow chart, the first things we are getting the start, the difference. Second thing, you can see here we have a broad room. Broad room means here we can take the multiple activity. Okay. And at a time, whatever activity you want to automate, you can connect the start and you can start your automation. Okay. But whatever the activity it's not connected, that will not work. But the same thing, it will not happen in your sequence. Whatever activity you have kept, that it's started the working. So if you in flowchart, if you're going to automate this message box, you can connect with start. But if you have not connected any activity, so that is disabled, not required to go for disable. Automatically this is disabled. But if you come to sequence and if you're going to take this any activity and right now it's not in use, so definitely you have to go for disable this activity. Okay. The same thing we don't have in flowchart. Okay. So this is the advantage of whatever the limitation of sequence, that is the advantage of your flowchart. Okay. So in sequence that both activity it was not possible, but if you come to flowchart and if you're going to take this flow decision, so flow decision it's possible to take. Okay. So flow decision we can take, and the second activity that is called flow switch. Okay. So flow switch and flow decision possible inside your flowchart. Okay. So both activity it's possible to take, but the both activity it's not possible to sequence. Okay. So if you're asking like that in like that both activity it's not possible in sequence, so if I want to use the same activity, how it's possible in sequence? Okay. So try to understand, instead of passing this flow decision, we can take this if condition in your sequence, we can simple drag and drop, it will definitely work. And instead of your flow switch, if you're going to use this switch, so switch will work proper in sequence. Okay. Simple drag and drop and you can take the switch. Okay. So instead of that activity, we are able to use the switch and we are able to use the if condition. Again, come to the flowchart. Okay. So try to understand flowchart, we have multiple like that multiple activity at a time we can use. We have a broad room and you can keep the multiple process. Suppose that I want to automate the multiple process, like that I want to take the one sequence. So multiple sequence we can keep inside your flowchart, like that one I want to automate this Paytm, I want to automate this Phone Pay, I want to automate this Google Pay, I want to automate this like that your Amazon. Okay. So whatever the process you have created, you can rename this part and you can keep the name. Suppose that here this is the Paytm. So right now I want to automate this Paytm. I can connect with start and it will work start. Okay. Again, if I want to automate this part, this is the sequence, I can give the name as a sequence GPay. And if you want to automate this GPay, you can connect right now with start, and then you can go for the automation. Okay. If you want to automate the both things like the Paytm and your GPay, you can connect like this way, and one by one you can connect like this way. And after that you can go for Amazon. Also you can go for Phone Pay, you can go for Amazon. So multiple things you can go like that. So this is the benefit of your flowchart. And here we can connect like this way, and here if you want to connect, so like this way we are able to create the multiple things. Okay. So here especially in your flowchart we are able to take the flow decision, especially we are able to take the flow switch, especially we have broad room, we have a your start, and we can keep the multiple sequence inside the flowchart and we can go ahead. Okay. So this is the benefit of your flowchart. Okay. Another things, if you want to create the multiple sequence, if you want to give more than 10 process, 20 process, everything it's possible inside your flowchart. Okay. Again, come to the sequence. Okay. So whatever the activity, it's not possible to keep inside sequence. So there is a possibility we can do either sequence. If you're going for sequence, and if you go for any interview, they can ask you, can I keep one sequence inside the sequence? Yes, we are able to keep any sequence in the sequence. And the second workflow that is called flowchart. So flowchart also possible inside your sequence. And whatever the activity we are not able to take in sequence, so if you directly take in sequence, it will not work. But if you go inside this flowchart, we can take this flow switch, we can take this flow decision, and we can start the work. Okay. So like this way we can pass this thing. So inside the sequence possible, inside your sequence flowchart is also possible. Come to the flowchart. So in flowchart, the same thing, if you want to take the sequence, we can take the sequence activity. So simple drag and drop this sequence and we can keep like this way. And if you want to take the flow chart, we can take this flow chart like this way and we can connect like this. So inside your flowchart, sequence also possible, flowchart also possible. If you come to the sequence also possible. and flowchart also possible. Sequence especially for a small project, and flowchart especially for small as well as your large project. And we have broad room, and we are getting this start. So whatever activity it's connected to start, that will work fine. Okay. So this is the second type of workflow we are getting here. Again, we'll go for the third workflow. Okay. I'll show you the difference, all things. So right now, what we'll do, we'll go for new and we'll go for the state machine. Okay. So right now we can click on the same thing, state machine, and we'll get the workflow right now. Okay. So this is the state machine. Okay. This is the state machine we can get here. And right now, always check the logo. This is the logo of sequence. This is the logo of your flowchart. Okay. And this is the logo of your state machine. Okay. So this is the all the logo you can see your sequence flowchart and state machine. Okay. So if you ask me what is the difference in sequence flowchart and state machine, again come to the point here. I will tell you, if you're going for sequence, every activity you can see here, one input and one output. Okay. So I can show you these things in flowchart. Suppose that here I'm taking this message box. Okay. Let me show you. Suppose that here I have taken this one message box. Okay. Let me show, and here I'm going to connect with message box like this way, and here we have connected through this node. Okay. Right now I will try to connect it like this way. So right now you can see here we're getting the 1, 2, and 3. We are getting the 3 node. Whenever we have connected to the start, we can see here 1, 2, and 3 node. Okay. Again, if I will connect any message box, try to understand the things. If I'm going to connect any type of activity that is called message box, you can see here all node open 1, 2, and 3. But you are able to connect with any one of the node. I've connected with this message box. Right now, you can see here it's right now it's connected. Means one input, one output. Okay, one input and one output. But you can see here in message box right now we don't have any type of node open. Okay, so all node are already closed. The same thing if you come here, I can show you these things right now. So in message box you can see right now 3 node is already open. So what I will do, if you're going to connect with message box again, so what we'll do, we'll simple connect like this way. So right now before connecting this part, you can see here all 3 nodes is open, but whenever you connect with this type into, what will happen, you can see here all the nodes is closed. Okay, the same thing in sequence also, the same thing is called in your flowchart also. Right now try to understand the one thing here. If you click property editing not available, if you click here property editing not available, nothing we are getting here. Okay, so right now same thing if you come in state machine, the same thing if you come for in state machine. If you ask me what is state machine is also type of workflow in UiPath. State machine is specifically for logical and conditional type of sub process. There we can go for either we are going for this condition, we'll get this answer. If I'm going for the different condition, we'll get the different state. Okay, so here in state machine, the first limitation, directly we cannot take any activity like that. If you're going for the message box, you cannot take. Even sequence flowchart also you're not able to take. So any activity not possible. Okay, so then you ask me what type of things we can take here. Try to understand, this is the state machine. Okay, this is the third types of your workflow. This is called state machine. In state machine only we can take the 2 activity, that is called state and final state. Okay, so state and final state, only 2 activity we can take here, state and final state. Okay, again the same thing I will repeat in your sequence also. In sequence possible, in your sequence flowchart possible, and in sequence the parent state part, that is called state machine, that is possible. But try to understand the both activity, that is called state and final state, that is not possible, and final state not possible. Again come to the flowchart. So state machine parent, that is called state machine, it's possible to keep inside the flowchart. But if you're going to take this state and final state, it's not possible to keep inside the sequence. You can see here it's denied right now, so we cannot keep the final state. Okay, so right now you can see here this state and final state not possible. Again come to the state machine. So in state machine only two activity. So whatever the activity is not possible in sequence, the same activity possible inside where it's only possible in the parent. Okay. So this is the state and fine state are the child. So child are not possible in sequence, child are not possible in flowchart. But if you come again in state machine, we can take the your state and fine state. Okay. So sequence in, if you ask me in sequence, there are four activity not possible: flow decision, flow switch, state and fine state. If you come to the flowchart, we have a two activity not possible, that is the state and fine state. That is the part of your state machine. If you come to the state machine, any activity not possible except your state and fine state. Any activity, if you take any activity like that, your message box, flow chart, sequence, flow diagram, flow decision, any activity not possible, only you are able to take only state and final state. Okay. So today the main topic is called your state machine, and this is the difference between your state machine, flowchart, and sequence. Okay. So right now we'll discuss about the state machine. So here I can show you the multiple condition. I can show you right now. Okay. So in state machine, the first thing you have to understand, only in state machine, multiple state we can take. So either we can take this part like that, we can take 1, 2, 3, we can take 4. Okay. So whatever like that, you can take the multiple state in your state machine. Okay. But limitation is your final state. Okay. So always we try to close the application one time. So final state only one time we can take in your process, that is the final state. Okay. So let's come here. So here the same thing we'll try to connect the same process, set as state, initial state. So like this way you are able to connect with your start. Okay. So right now we are getting this error. Okay. So right now if you click on this error, what type things we are getting? The state must have at least one transition. Okay. So then you will ask me, what is transition? Transition is nothing but whatever the node. Okay. So till sequence flowchart, it's called node, and we don't have any property. Property means we cannot pass any type of condition. We cannot pass any type of name. So we are not focused on this part. Okay. But the same thing, if you come to the state machine, here you can see here we don't have anything, property editing not available. But if you connect with state to this state, we can see here we are getting this part, and here here if you come here, we are getting this state, we have connected to state. And right now if you come to the state, so here if you click, this is called transition. Okay. So this is whenever you have connected this part, so here this you can provide the name. Okay. So by default I can show you these things. This is called T1. T1 means this is the name is called transition. It's called transition state machine. It's called transition in your state machine. Whenever you connect with your one state to another state, that is called T2. Okay, that is called T2. Transition 1, transition 2 right now. Okay. So whatever the state one by one will connect, automatically the number will create like it. It will start the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay, so on. So right now this is called, whenever we have connected with one state to another state, this is called transition. Okay. So either we can take one transition, either we can take the multiple n number of things. You can take T3, we can take T4. So in transition also we have two types of transition, that is called forward transition and that is called your backward transition. Okay. So especially I will tell you what is transition, and in this transition one transition also there, that is called loop, self loop transition. Okay. So you can see here. So like this way also we can go further. So if you ask me what is this type of transition, transition is especially for condition. Condition means suppose that we have given the variable like that A and B. Okay. So if I'm getting A equal to B, so there is two chance like your if condition. So if I'm getting the correct condition, we'll go for launching this browser. If I'm not getting the correct condition, we'll going for the launching the notepad. Okay. So here all the things condition will go for that. We'll provide for everything. You can see here condition. Okay. So these things will not getting, either we will not get in sequence, will not get the flow chart. Okay. The same thing will get in your state. I will show you that part. Okay. So here you have to keep in mind one things. In your state, this is called transition. Okay. And there are two types of transition. One is called forward transition, and the second thing is called your backward, like that reverse transition. Okay. So this is called forward. Okay. If you ask me the reverse, like this way, we can connect like this way. Let me show you. This is called reverse. Okay, so reverse transition, it's possible into only state. Okay, there are two types of state and final state. Okay, so if you are going to connect with state to final state, like this way we are able to connect. This is called forward transition. This is called forward transition. Okay, if you want to connect any type of state, you are able to connect like this way. We are able to connect like this way. Okay, so try to understand. Always state means like that if you're going to launch any application, you try to close this application. Okay, so final state, if you want to go for final state, always you have to go for your forward transition. Okay, so here forward transition possible. One state to another state, we can go for either we can go for forward, either we can go for your reverse. Okay, so reverse possible in this state, but if you come to the final state, we don't have any reverse transition. Okay, so you are able to understand the multiple things here. So in state machine, we have two things, state and final state. State, we can take the unlimited 1 2 3 4 5 whatever. Final state, in one program we can take the only one. In state machine we have a transition. Transition is nothing but your connection between one state to another, that is called transition. In transition we have two types of things, forward transition and your reverse transition. Forward transition, we can go for one state to another state, but if you're going for state to final state, we can go for your forward transition, but reverse here not possible in your final state. Okay, so especially for your knowledge, I put it like this way, but right now I'm going to delete this state and I can show you one by one all the things. Okay, so right now I'm going to create this final state. Again, you can take and again we'll try to go for that. Okay, so right now state is also not fixed, you can keep anywhere. So right now I'm going to take the simple one state. So the first thing, if you're going to take any type of state, so there you are able to enlarge the things. Okay, enlarge means like this way, we are able to enlarge. Okay, so this type of things, it's not possible inside your sequence. They've not given, you will not get it flowchart. But if you come to the state machine, you can see here we are getting this things called state. So we can keep here. So according to your requirement, we can go for state. Okay, so we can connect this start. Okay, so whenever you connect with first time, you will not get any type of here property. For property adding not available means right now we have not started with any transition, but after one state we can get the your transition. Okay, so right now what I will do, I'll go for transition. I will connect like this way, like that second transition. Okay, so right now this is called transition, and this is we are getting the T1. Okay, we are getting the T1 means this is the transition one, and here if you click on T1, we are getting the condition and we are getting the display name as a T1. Okay, if you take the another activity and if you connect like this way, so we can get the T2 automatically. So numbering automatically UiPath start T1, T2, T3, T4, so on. Okay, so here here in your state machine program, like that in your parent state machine, you are able to take only two activity, that is the state and final state. Okay, again if you ask me, I want to launch the browser, I want to automate the message box. So try to understand the one thing, through state machine we are able to do all the things. All the things means your message box, your write line, your I can say launching browser, launching desktop application, PDF automation, everything it's possible through sequence, everything is possible through flowchart, and everything it's possible to automate through your state machine. Okay, again your question is why we are going for state machine. So in state machine there are multiple condition means I can show you right now. So condition here you can see here, if I'm getting this condition pass, we can go for state. If I'm getting fail, I can go for the different state, like that I can go for the closing the application. Okay, so if everything fine, if it's working fine, you will go for the things, otherwise we can store. Okay, so here we can go for the multiple states and we can execute this program. So in state machine, multiple condition we can pass and we're able to automate. Okay, so this is the first state. So here I will tell you my use case. Okay, so today we are going to complete one state machine program. So state machine program, here we are going to complete one use case. The use case is we are going to take two number from your user. Okay, so user can provide any name like that, your UiPath or blueprint. So I am going to take two input dialog box. In one input dialog box, we'll lock the name. Okay, so name like that I can provide the UiPath, and through different input dialog box, I'll try to guess the name. Okay, so first time suppose that we have locked the UiPath, and second time we'll try to guess the name. Are we getting the your UiPath? If you provide the UiPath, we'll try to display through message box. Congrats, we received the same name. Okay, but if you are not able to get the name, again UiPath will try to go for different input dialog box, and it will try to search for the same name. Okay, if you're getting the correct name, it will show you the congrats, please, we are getting the same name. If you are not getting the same name, it will try to go for the loop, and it's asked for the please provide your correct name. Okay, so that type of use case we have to complete right now. Okay, so here the first thing, we'll try to change the name. Okay, so the name is here, you can see here the state machine. Here I can give the name as a log guest name. Okay, so I can give the name as a log guest name. Okay, okay, and here we'll go for providing the name as a guest name. Okay, so here we'll go for your this activity. Let me complete these things. After that I will tell you about this all the coding part. So I'll go for input dialog box. So we'll try to store this part. So here we'll drag and drop this in here in entry, and I will try to go for name. So title. Okay, and here we'll try to store your name. Okay, so control K, and we'll go for v underscore log name. Press enter, and we can go for this way. One second, guys. We'll try it. Okay, so here we have created this variable, and this variable I will do as a global, because try to understand here, if you keep as a global, everywhere we can get this variable. Okay, so here I'll go for these things, and here I can pass this display name. We can pass continue, and here I'll go like that, provide this condition. So condition is not equal to, and here again we'll go for this case name. We'll try to go for input dialog box. So input dialog box, through input dialog box will try to take this data. So here I can pass guest name. Okay, so here I'll try to go for these things. Please provide the guest name. Okay, and here we'll try to store in one variable, control K, and here I'll go for this things variable like that, v underscore guest name. Okay, okay, so we've created this variable. So try to understand, we are going for continue, and you are able to enlarge this activity like this way. Okay, so here we are getting this error. So what is the error? Error realize that we have to use the final state. Okay, so definitely one activity should be connected with the different activity. Okay, so right now I'm going to take this final activity here, and here I'll try to connect like this. Okay, so we write this code. So here we'll go for message box, and we'll provide these things in double quote. It's your both name is same. Okay. Okay, so like this way we can pass this message box, and here we are getting the condition. Okay, so I can pass both name same. Okay, and here we'll pass the code. So code like that will pass the simple things. We are going for lock name equal to, we go for your guest name. Okay, so the same condition. So right now we'll try to check this program, it's working fine or not. So here let me show you these things. We're going for run file. So here this especially state machine we have created for checking the to name. So the first input dialog box try to open for provide lock the name. Okay, so lock the name here will please the lock the name. I can pass the simple things UI path in a small letter. Okay, go for okay. So it will go for the please provide the guest name. Okay, so whatever guest name. Okay, so we'll go for UiPath right now, means same name I'm going to provide. So if the same name, we will get the congrats, your both name are same. Okay. Let me go here. I will try. And here I will go for change this part. So try to understand these things. Please provide your guest name. Not guest name, guest name. Okay. So here we have created the program. If I'm getting the same name, it will display the same thing. Okay. In this case, we'll try to add one more code also. Okay, one more code. Why? Because try to understand if I'm going to provide this data. Let me close this program and let me show you these things. So here, what I'm saying, if I'm not getting the same data means one for the locking your name and second for the guessing your name. Okay, if I'm not getting the same data, I'll try to go for this like this way, reverse. Okay, so this is the self loop. Okay, so again it will come for the same loop. Okay, so in this condition we are going to pass not equal to. Okay, so here I can pass your locked name not equal to guest name. This is a very simple things. I'll tell you all things in very detail, and we can give the name if both name are not correct. Okay. Let me show you this program. So let me save and let me run this program. Okay, so simple things, the use cases for the taking data from user like that. If I'm going to give the name as a suppose a double A automation anywhere. Okay, and go for okay. So I've clicked on okay, please provide the guest name. Okay, so one name I've locked the name as a double A. If I'll provide that double A, the same name will get the congrats, your both name are same. Okay, but in second situation, suppose that anyone going to provide the different name, in that situation what will happen, I will show you also. Okay, because if you're working for multiple project, multiple process, so if your condition is true, right now we're getting fine. Suppose that here I'm giving the name as a double A automation here. Provide the guest name, I'm going to pass the wrong name as a UiPath. Okay, so if I'm going to pass the wrong name, again, I'm getting the input dialog box. Please provide your name. I can pass BP. Again, we're getting the things. Okay, so it's not accepting your things. We are not getting the message box like it congrats, your both name are same. I can pass the pega. Again, we are not getting things. Okay, so right now, clients say, right now I'm going to close this program. So clients say, if you are getting the things like that, if you're not getting the things like that same data, so in that action, you have to launch the browser, you have to display the message box, you have to automate the PDF. So depend on your requirement, you have to go like it. Okay, the things is here, You can see here we have provided this loop. This is called self loop. I will click on this part, and if my condition is satisfied, if I'm not getting the same name, in that condition, we can launch browser, we can take the message box, and I can pass double quote, and here I can pass both are not correct. Please provide again new name. Okay. And let me run this program. Okay. Save and run this program. Okay. So I'll come on this part and let me run this program. Okay. So first name I'll provide as a double A, that is automation anywhere. And second name I'll provide wrong name. Okay. So second name I'm going to provide with the UI path. Okay. So wrong name, both name are not correct. Please provide name again. Okay. So if I'm going to pass the Pega, it will not work. It will go for the same message box. And if I'm going to provide the double way, like that, you can get the proper congrats, both name are same, it's working fine. Okay. So guys, today we have learned about the sequence, flowchart, and string. Thank you for joining this session. We'll go for the next video for that.